I'm going to demonstrate using a nylon muzzle. This is a great tool to utilize if you have a dog that is potentially fractious. Other things we can utilize are also e-collars and stuff like that, especially if the dog seems really nervous or we need to leave something on them long term. We could use a basket muzzle or an e-collar where this is going to be short term. We never want to put this on a patient and leave them unattended. They can scratch their face, potentially cause damage to their eyes. Also cannot pant, which means they cannot cool themselves. So we only are going to use this short term and only if they're going to be attended to. So first thing we're going to do is get our patient, generally sitting is the easiest. Kyra, sit. And we always want to make sure before we start trying to put our muzzle on that we have it loosened up as close to, a lot farther than I'm going to need it. His head is definitely not this big. The worst thing is to get it on and then have to try to be adjusting it while your patient is struggling. That's very difficult to do. So there's two ways to do it. You can actually put it on either from the front, in front of the patient, or behind the patient. My preference, especially on a dog that's just a little bit nervous, is behind the patient. So I can actually come down here and while keeping my face away from him, be able to rub him and kind of just take his mind off of stuff. And then I'm just going to come up over. Notice I'm not coming from below because otherwise it's going to get caught. I have to come up and then grab the top of his snout and pull it down. And then keeping it taut, I'm going to connect it together. And then again, still while keeping it taut, I'm just going to go ahead and tighten it. I see a lot of people struggling trying to tighten these like this. If you pull with it, it tightens very easily. And we do want these to be pretty tight. I just want to be able to get, 2 fingers in here. He shouldn't be able to slide this up over his ears. And that way I can make sure that if I'm restraining him, me just holding his head isn't going to accidentally pull it up over his ears. The other way would be from the front. Wait. So again, I want to make sure I loosen my muzzle so that it's ready to go. So this would be if someone else was actually restraining for me, I could do it this way. Wait. So I can come in front of my patient, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. So come over the top, and then up under and around behind the patient. Again, holding it taut. I want to make sure it's not twisted, and then tighten it down. Again, making sure it's tight enough. That's not. Now it is. You can't slide over his ears.